You have tickets?
What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing a deck profile on my Volcanion Ho-Oh deck that I used in the St. Louis regional competition. It's been a great experience, my first time going there. I did not top, by the way. I did not get into day 2, but I did enjoy the side events, playing with everyone. But yeah, I did not use Volcanion in Ho-Oh in the side events. I decided to use the deck that I really should have used, which is my Buzzwall GX deck. I probably would have done much better, but I was expecting more. I chose Volcanion because I was expecting more to be put up against Glissopods, Duskmanes. When I was over there during the sign-ups, the pre-check-in day, that was a Friday. All I heard was just Mount Cornet, Mount Cornet, Mount Cornet. I was like, okay, there's gonna be a lot of players playing Duskmane, and then Glissopod is still a powerful deck out there, though I did not see it during the pre-check-in time. I don't remember if there was any side events. I don't think there was any side events. Was there? No. I think maybe. Yeah, I think there was. I probably forgot already. Yeah, this is a pretty late deck profile. I forgot. I had already taken the deck apart. I was like, oh dear, I gotta put it all back together. And I am already missing 2 cards that I had sold while I was out there in regionals. So let's get into this deck profile. Oh, I'd also like to thank Yeti Gaming for a great event. It was great hanging around Yeti Gaming before the pre-check-in day, which was a Thursday. Yeah, I think great playing with everyone there. Zach, great playing with y'all, or great hanging out with y'all. And thank you very much, Vince, for having me around. And Tom, thank you helping me out with the trades. So let's go ahead and get into this deck profile. Alright, so of course I'm playing 2 baby Volcanions here. 2 baby Volcanions. I just like to, they seem to come up when I need them. If I didn't, I can always just Ultra Bowler for them, but I didn't really find myself needing them so much or having to look for them very much. They always usually just came into my hand every time I needed them. As for my Volcanions, EXs, I played 3. I did want to, I do like this art better than this, but you know, I was just like, okay, mix it up a bit. I was going for high max rarity, if you can tell. Those of you who played against me, my deck was really max rarity'd out, but except for this particular one. Okay, and so 3 Volcanion EXs seem to work for me. I think I only had it prized only like 1 of them during my entire matchups. Ho-Oh GX, I think I never had them prized. Sometimes I would start with them, but I would still lag behind, and I'll tell you why. I saw a better. There are some things I wish I should have done for the deck in order to help Ho-Oh gain an advantage when I would Kiawe turn 1. But yeah, so and a Turtonator GX, and I had 1. Oops, let's move over a bit. I had 1 Duskmane, Dawnwings Necrozma GX, just for its ability to switch out, kind of like the Zoroark, but that's stage 2, so that's too much to fit in the deck. So Invasion once during your turn. Before you attack, if this Pokemon is in your bench, you may switch it with your active Pokemon. Put this in with a Floatstone, and then you're good. I never really used it. Every time I had the Floatstone on it, it would always get someone would always take it out with a field blower. So it ended up just being useless. So most of the time. Okay, and 1 Tapu Lele. That's all I played. Just 1 Tapu Lele. I had 2 Octilleries and 2 Remoraid's, and that's pretty much all of the Pokemon. Anything I would change out here? Probably just the. Actually, no. I think I think that it was good. Maybe I would look for one more. I would opt into for one Tapu Lele. I did find myself trying to get cards, no matter how many supporters I have in here. I got bricked when I challenged the 2 Gardevoir decks that I challenged. I was bricked. That was it. I just didn't have nothing. I couldn't catch up. Couldn't gain momentum game 1 and game 2. So I was 2-0'd against Gardevoir and GX, and it's honestly, it's like, wow. Even in the side event, I had Izzy. Hi, shout out to Izzy. I gave her a free howl in the game because I had a mulligan 3 times. I was like, wow, that's a free howl right there. And she just completely destroyed me in the side event. But yeah, there we go. There we go. This is what I played. But yeah, I would have gone for one more Tapu Lele GX just to pull out more supporters. Because I think I only started off with Tapu Lele like once or twice in one of my matches, and it wasn't so bad. I think that was when I would like actually have like a good set of cards to set up already, so it wasn't so bad when I started off with her. But I just like the option to search for a supporter. So let's go on to speaking of supporters, let's go on to the supporters. I played one Cynthia. Yes, this is the actual. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is the actual cards I used, except for 2. I did sell 2 of the cards already while I was out there. So this is like after the event where I had sold, 2 of my supporters that I had used for the event. The cards. I still have the supporter itself, but not the same card. If that makes any sense. But yeah, the Cynthia, this is pretty good. A lot of people were using it. There were times where I was like, I'm starting to miss N. But yeah, Cynthia was pretty good. I didn't want to keep throwing away everything. So that's pretty good. And I played 3 Sycamores. I think I was playing 4 before, but then I changed it to 1 Cynthia just because I kept throwing things away I didn't like. So there you go, 3 Sycamores. This is the card that I sold out there, the Ns. I played 2 Ns. I had the Noble Victory print version of N, which were going, back then they were going for like $80 and plus. They were almost $100 when I bought them. And yeah, and I already sold them while I was out there, so to a vendor, of course. And I did not sell anything to anyone out there because that's against the rules or a policy out there. So yeah, I sold it to vendors out there before I left. It was the last day, and I'm really sad to let them go, but I had to. So yeah, I played 2 Ns. I do have these as an alternative, but they're part of other decks. The other supporter, I had Kiawe. First turn Kiawe with Ho-Oh was great. I started off with Ho-Oh. That game won me a lot of my games, like especially I think against a Glaceon deck. Whoo, that was pretty trippy. I made a mistake. I was just so tired. I was already round 4 and I was tired because I didn't get enough sleep. Play testing all night. So yeah, I did some pretty bad plays against the Glaceon, and we ended up with a tie. I was like, okay, well, whatever. Anyway, next one, Cyrus. I did not see myself using this much. I probably would have gotten rid of it, but online it was very useful. I kept using it against a Bigabulu deck, which was pretty useful. You know, they had to send back all their cards, and then they would just scoop. They would just scoop for game online. But during regionals, I didn't find myself using it that much. Only when I bricked. This is the only supporter I had in my hand, and so I would use it. I'm like, I have nothing else to do. Here you go. I'm going to Cyrus. Play Cyrus, and that's all I can do. Okay, so I had 3 Guzmas. Very sad story about this. I think I lost one while I was out there. I don't know where it went. I came out there. All I know is that I came out there with 4, came back home with 3. I think this was during the side events. I had moved the Guzmas around because I was already taking apart the Volcanion because I did not make it to day 2. So I took the deck apart, and I don't know where the 4th Guzma went. So I only have 3 left. I don't know what happened to my 4th one. Really sad about that. If you all know where my 4th Guzma, if anyone in regionals that went to regionals in St. Louis found a full art Guzma, I would appreciate it if you can send it to the send it down to the mailing address in the description below. I appreciate it. It's really sad that it's gone, but that's my, you know, you're around so many people, you know, there's things going on. I guess I was just careless. But anyway, so we're gonna move on to the items. I played 1 Palpad, very good there. I did not. Of course, I found myself taking back Cynthia, maybe a Sycamore, or maybe an N. Not really a Guzma, but it's very useful. 3 choice bands. Oh my goodness, I needed one more to go max rarity. I looked everywhere before the day before regionals, and I finally found, when they opened the stores, I found one vendor. They had it. It was $40, almost $40, but I was like, I just need one more. Bought it and then threw it in the deck and then turned in my deck list. So yeah, and 4 Ultra Balls, of course, standard staple. 1 Super Rod. Thank you, Steven, for this. I did not know where my other Super Rod went. That's hollowed out, reversed hollowed out, and they're very difficult to find out there. It was very difficult to find out there, and yeah. So thank you, Steven, for this. All right, and I played 4 Max Elixirs. I would hit it most of the time, but there were times where I wish that I've already burnt out a lot of my energies, so there was really nothing really in my deck. I also had 1 Field Blower, played 1 Field Blower, came out handy. I didn't run into many Garbodors. Yeah, I didn't run into any Garbodor at all during regionals. I think the only problem was that messed with my abilities was Glaceon GX, but it wasn't really a problem. So there we go. I also played 2 energy retrievals, you know, to steam up again, recycle, steam up, or I found myself steam up and then take those energies back, put it back on the Pokemon. Maybe putting one on the Pokemon and steaming up the other one with the 3rd Volcanion EX. I played 2 Brooklet Hills, which was pretty useful, and 2 Floatstones. So my matchups, game 1, round 1, I had against had to be a water deck, and not just any water deck. It was Greninja against Justin. Thank you, Justin, for the match. It was very interesting. He really locked me up. I couldn't do anything. And that was it. Oh, I forgot. I'm not done with my deck profile yet. So let's put these all away. But yeah, round 1 was against Justin. That was just memorable, I guess, because that was my first match ever in my regionals. Because that's the first time. Going to St. Louis was my first time ever participating in such a major event. Get that aside here. I also played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 fire energies. I was going to play 15. I got the 15th one here, but I decided to take one out, and I think I forgot what I put in. Was it Cyrus? I forgot. I removed it, and just, you know, just 1 energy. I mean, maybe it would have counted. I don't know, but I never really found myself looking for energy. Honestly, I kept getting so much energy. There was one match that I had all energy and just Ho-Oh in the back, in the front. All I had, like, literally, I was just drawing energy, Field Blower. That's all I had in hand. No supporters. Ho-Oh, my opponent that had Buzzwole, he got game 1 so easily because all I had was Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh, I was trying to load it up with energies. That's all I had. And it never even, by the time it got to the 3rd energy, he got his energy loaded up with his Buzzwole, 3rd energy with Buzzwole, and just GX from there. And I lost because I had nothing on the bench. But yeah, so there we go. Round 2, I think, was against Gardevoir. I bricked so bad. And then game 1, and then I think game 2, yeah, I think I gave him a couple of mulligans, and that was, you know, that was always bad. You know, giving your opponent mulligans, free draws, is always bad. whether they like it or not, but it was kind of made me sad. 3rd round, I think it was a Vikabulu against Sean. Very close match there. Very difficult. It was a very difficult match, trying to catch up to that deck, because Vikabulu does not have weakness to fire, and Vikavolt, apparently, when it evolves from Grubbin, changes to fighting weakness. I'm like, oh, that's not very good. And Vikavolt, oh gosh, I think that was one of the later rounds. This is the match that really counted if I was gonna get my 15 points or not. he had used his Vikavolt to knock out my Ho-Oh GX because Ho-Oh's weak against lightning. So I'm like, oh wow, who does that? But yeah, that's what happened out there. So I went 3-5-1, 3 wins, 1 win against the Vikabulu, 5 losses, Gardevoir, 1 Vikabulu, Greninja, 2 Gardevoirs, 1 Greninja. Who else did I lose to? 2 Gardevoirs, 1 Greninja, 1 Vikabulu, and 1 Buzzwole. The Buzzwole match, that was so terrible. What I was saying is that all I had was Ho-Oh in the beginning, game 1, and we were just loading up. He had Buzzwole in the front. He just kept smacking it with Jet Punch, and then in the end he got his 3rd energy, and I still had no supporter, and he knew I was stuck, and he just used his GX from there and ended game 1, and I was able to take game 2, but game 3 was really close. I just needed one more turn because I drew the Guzma from my prize cards, and I just needed to Guzma once, and that was it. I would have taken the game, but he top decked Lele and Guzma instead and took his last prize card. So very close match there. But yeah, very very interesting experience over there in regionals. Yeah, I think I would definitely love to go again. Maybe not this one at going to Portland. Portland is just too close for me. I've really got to catch up on work. And maybe Wisconsin, but Wisconsin is like kind of it's pretty far, and I think that's when they're going to start rotating cards, so I'm kind of worried about that as well, but you never know, we'll see. So yeah, and my experience out there, meeting with Trainer TV out there, thank you for, I was like, is that Trainer TV when on the plane? I was like looking at him very focused, and like had my eyes squinting. Seriously, I'm like, he looks familiar, who is that? And of course it was Trainer TV, Aaron from Trainer TV, and yeah, I was able to say hi. But yeah, so and that was it for my experience at regionals. I wish I really enjoyed myself out there. Looking to go to another regionals or another competition like that. But flying out here from Guam is pretty expensive, but especially if you don't win. But yeah, we'll see. So thank you all so much for watching, and please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye!